Yo, what's going on? Haven't posted for like a week and a half, but I haven't really been doing anything on the chassis. Last night was actually the first day that I got a chance to do a little work on it in the last 2 weeks. And the work I did actually pushed me back even farther because I broke something, but we'll get to that in a second. In the meantime, I just wanted to do a parts haul before I get too far ahead of myself and then make a video with all this shit on and you guys have no clue what I've done. So here we are. You haven't seen the wheels and tires yet. Here they are. Those are the 225s. Those are getting returned. These are 245s. So let's go in more depth. So pretty much all the front suspension components are going to be replaced. These are OEM spec control arms. These are GK Tech front sway bar links. These are Moog outer tie rod ends, S14 spec. It's beefier than S13, I believe. Everything that could be interchanged with S14 stuff, I went ahead and bought S14 stuff because it's a little beefier from what I've been told and what I've read. I guess if you want to see the tie rod end. And it has greasable fittings, so that's nice. And this is definitely beefier than the stock unit, or the stock S13 unit, I should say. And we have ISR Pro tension rods. These are definitely beefier than stock. Way better setup. So those will be going on there. And Juku should fucking sponsor me by now. Ordered so much shit from there. And these are ISR inner tie rods for an S14. So yeah, we are gonna be solid in the front for sure. I just figured now's the time to do it while I have the whole front end off while I was doing the four-lug swap. So these are the wheels I am running. Machine lip with a hyper black face. It's a pretty deep dish actually. So it's a 16 by 8.5. And I originally was gonna run two 25/50 tires, but I decided to go two 45/50 tires. I think I might be sacrificing a little overall grip. This is a 360 tread wear tire, whereas that one was a 300 tread wear. That was the Federal Evolution, and these are the General G-Max RSs. Both are good tires, but I just wanted wider, meatier, and this works good. So yeah. Just a quick little parts haul for you. I'm actually about to go get these mounted and balanced right now, just so I can have them. But let's hop downstairs really quick and I'll show you kind of where I'm at as far as the actual chassis goes. So I'll see you in a second. And we're back. Okay, so this is still here. Haven't had time to pull that all apart and put all the new parts I just showed you on, so I haven't done that yet. Took the wing off, which I like way better. Let me pull this up a little bit. Wing is gone. It's chilling over there. I didn't like the wing. I've never liked wings on coupes, so I took it off. I'll be fixing that, obviously. There's gonna be holes down there. Interior is still the same. I'm gonna buy the wires and connectors and heat shrink today as well, so I can start cracking on that when I have time. So I started fitting the rears back up, I just painted this because it was all rusty. Obviously, there's no reason to paint the whole fucking rotor. I will also paint this once the bolt or the nut is pushed all the way back on the threads, just so I don't fuck anything up. And then I also painted the cover itself black with bed liner paint, so looks a little bit better. And then obviously once the brake is used, it'll knock some of that or all of the rust off of this part, so it's not gonna matter. Basically, I'm an idiot and I was tired and wasn't thinking, and I wanted to compress the pads a little bit, so I started pressing on the brake pedal. Obviously, if you have any brain, you'll know what happened next. None of the other brakes were hooked up, so I just kept pressing and pressing, and I was like, why the fuck isn't the pedal getting that much pressure? And then it went to the floor, and then I looked out and a bunch of fucking brake fluid was all over the ground, and I pushed this piston past its little seal. So I tried to work on it, set myself back. Lesson learned, I'm just not gonna rush things, and not gonna work when I'm super tired, because it just ends up setting you back, or setting me back at least. So I think what I'm gonna do is just get 4 new remanufactured calipers. I'm pretty sure these are the originals, so now that they're fucking, what, 90, like 20 something years old, they're probably due for replacement. So I'm just gonna replace all 4 calipers. It's not that expensive. I'm gonna stick with OEM, and I'm just gonna get aggressive pads, and I'm also gonna replace the lines with steel braided. So I'll do that all at once. And that's just kind of the theme of working on old cars that you can learn from this video. You can budget something all you want, but most likely you're gonna be way over if you want to do it correctly. Like, in all reality, I could just take a C-clamp, push that piston back in, and like cross my fingers that it won't leak again at some point, just because I broke past the seal or the O-ring or whatever the fuck keeps the fluid back. But that's just not, like, this build is how to do an SR coupe swap correctly. So I'm gonna stick with that motto, stick to that theme. Everything's looking good though. Shit just takes time, and I've actually been redoing my front yard because it's looked like shit for so long. So that's kind of why I had to take a break on this. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. Like I said, I'm gonna get the wheels and tires mounted and balanced today just so I have them. I'll probably do the wiring first at some point, just because I need to research a little more on what calipers I should buy. I'm not gonna buy from the factory because they're like 240 bucks a piece, and it's not even that great of a caliper. So definitely gonna buy remanufactured, just need to make sure I buy them from the right place. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I will be running spacers, even though I didn't really want to, because the offset of the wheels that I'm gonna run is like a plus 22, and that's probably gonna be too close to the suspension, and I don't think it's gonna push the wheel and tire setup far enough to reach the fender flare, so it'll be sunken in a little bit, possibly. Not too big of a deal. These are good. Obviously non-slip-on. Slip-ons are fucking sketchy if you don't have extended lugs. These have built-in lugs, and they're hub-centric to the Nissan hub. So that's pretty much legit as you can get with a spacer, so I'm not too worried about it. Got new Carter pins for the rear axle nuts. So those will go in there. The other ones were all rusty, and I actually snapped one because it was so rusty, so I'll be using those. Already told you about this. This is the brake pedal stopper. Haven't put in the new temp sensor, coolant temp sensor. It'll take me like 5 minutes. I just haven't gotten around to it. So yeah, lots of little button up stuff. Not really sure how long it's gonna take me just cause, like I said, I've been busy doing house stuff. I've also been a little under the weather. I'm not sure what I have. But I've been super fucking tired, super fatigued. There was one point where I couldn't even like walk up the stairs without not being out of breath, just getting that like fainting feeling. So yeah, that's also put me behind. But I'm gonna start cranking away. I've been feeling a little bit better as the days go on. So fingers crossed that I keep feeling better and that we can knock this thing out. I want to get it out of the garage so I can freaking wash it. I feel so bad how fucking dirty it is, but yeah, I'm glad I could give you guys this update. I've been itching to make another video, and hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you look forward to the future videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Here's some bonus footage for those of you that stuck around. I appreciate you. Just got back from the tire shop. They done me real good. Now I'm not gonna lower it all the way down off the jack stands and test the fitment out because the hubs aren't even on. It's just not worth it, but yeah, kind of a rough little look there for you. But she is meaty. That's about what I thought it would be. So. And they're gonna be in more than that, but you get the idea. Super stoked. I actually might need to buy a bigger flare, but we're a little ways off from fitting them up permanently. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this little bonus clip if you stuck around, and I'll see you in the next one, for real this time. Later.